Very good morning, all the students of 7th standard. We are learning here geography's 5th lesson winds. From this lesson, page number 26 is going on. Seasonal winds or the monsoon wind. This point is going on. Seasonal winds or the monsoon winds. Monsoon winds are generated due to the uneven heating of land and water in the different seasons. How the monsoon winds are generated? The monsoon winds are generated due to the uneven heat. They are generated uneven heating of land and water into the different region or into the different season. That so this is the main reason behind to generate the monsoon wind. That is uneven heating of land and water into the different season. During summers, monsoons blow from the sea to the land. During the summer season, if we see that summer season, that time the summer during the summer monsoon they are blowing from the sea to the land. Summer time from sea toward the land. In this way, the monsoon winds are blowing in the summer season. That monsoons they are blowing from the sea toward the land. In winter they blow from the land to the sea. In the winter season they are blowing from the land toward the sea. In the winter it is opposite, from land toward the sea. In summer from sea toward the land. In this way difference is there. And in the winter they blow from the land toward the sea. Southeast Asia, East Africa, North Australia. Southeast Asia, East Africa, North Australia are the regions where the pronounced effects of these winds are felt. Mostly the effect of these winds we can see in this continent. Among that, the Southeast Asia, East Africa, North Australia, these are the continents are there. Mostly we can feel the effect of these winds in these regions. The influence of the monsoon winds is seen in the summer. The influence of this wind we can see in the summer season also there. So effects of the monsoon winds are also seen into the summer season in the Indian subcontinent, and along with that we can see the effect of this wind into the Indian subcontinent region or the area. There also we can see the effect of this winds or the monsoon winds. Due to these winds, Indian subcontinent experiences monsoon. So due to these winds, Indian subcontinent region or the area, its affect the monsoon. They realize, they feel the monsoon there, or the rainy and the rotating monsoon season apart from the summer and winter. Rotating monsoon, just now only recently rotating monsoon has completed, so we experiences rainy seasons and the rotating monsoons we experience into the Indian subcontinent or the area. Here figure 5.6 seasonal winds they give that in the Australia, Africa and the Asian regions, how the winds they are blowing land toward the sea and from sea toward the land. This figure it shows us the information or give us information. Next one, monsoon winds are in the fact sea and land breeze blowing on a large scale. Monsoon winds are in the fact sea and the land breezes blowing on the large scale. That during the monsoon that what the winds are there, they are blowing on the larger scale, means in the large quantity they are blowing there. Most of the precipitations in the Indian subcontinent is the effect of the monsoon winds. Mostly we see the effect of the monsoon winds into the Indian subcontinent after crossing the equators. When the winds they are blowing and when they cross the equator, they blow from the southwest toward the Indian subcontinent. From southwest, south, if you see that west toward the Indian subcontinent, they are blowing their southwest toward the Indian subcontinent. During the period from the June to September, mostly they are blowing from the June to September. So June to September, this period we receive that rainy season in Indian subcontinent. June to September, they are blowing there. So we experience the rainy seasons in this period are there. they are called the southwest monsoon. So we can call to them as the southwest monsoon when they are blowing. So we call them as the southwest monsoon. They are full of moisture, and these winds when they are blowing at the time, these winds are full of moisture. Means moisture is more there in the water or into the air. More moisture is there. So they are blowing with a full of moisture. So they blow with a full of moisture there from September to December. Because of the low pressure area developing near the equator, winds blow from the Indian subcontinent toward the equator. From September to the December. What is there September to December? Because of the low pressure belt is created into the developing near the equator region or area. So due to the low pressure belt near the equator region or area, winds they are blowing from the Indian subcontinent toward the equators. Now in this period of the time, winds they are blowing from the Indian subcontinent toward the equator region or the area because of the low pressure belt in this region or the area. They are blowing toward the equator. These are called the northeast monsoon winds. So they are called their northeast monsoon winds. Due to the low pressure belt, the winds are blowing from the Indian subcontinent toward the equator region or the area. So they are called as northeast monsoon winds. They are blowing mostly from June to December there. So they are dry winds, and at the time these winds are very dry, no moisture in there. Next point, cyclone. I hope you have studied or you know about the cyclone area or the cyclone there. Cyclonic conditions are created when a low pressure area is surrounded by the high pressure area. How do the cyclone create that? So cyclones are mostly created or they are generated when they are surrounded. Low pressure area is surrounded by the high pressure area. So at that time, cyclones are mostly generated. So cyclones are there. Low pressure area is surrounded by the high pressure areas. In these conditions, winds start blowing toward the low pressure area from the surrounding high pressure area. So in this condition or the circumstances, what is the wind is there? That wind is started blowing from the high pressure area toward the low pressure area. The wind is started to blow from the high pressures toward the low pressure areas there. Blowing toward the low pressure area from the surrounding high pressure area, or the same way that from high pressure toward the low pressure they are blowing there. Due to the rotation of the earth, the cyclonic winds in the northern hemisphere move in the anti-clockwise direction. Because of the rotation of the earth, whatever the winds are there into the northern hemisphere, in the northern hemisphere, what the winds are there, due to the earth rotation, they are moving into the anti-clockwise, they are moving. The wind means cyclones, they are moving into anti-clockwise directions, whereas they move in the clockwise direction in the southern hemisphere. In the southern hemisphere, they are moving into the clockwise directions into the southern hemisphere. Northern hemisphere, anti-clockwise. Remember this thing, when they are blowing into the northern hemisphere, anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise means like in this way, and southern hemisphere clockwise. How our watch is moving, like this, it is moving there. This clockwise, and anti-clockwise opposite of that. So northern hemisphere anti-clockwise, southern hemisphere clockwise direction, they are moving there. So next point there. During a cyclone, the sky is cloudy. When the cyclone is there, at that time, the most of the time the sky is cloudy there. Winds blow with a very high velocity and it rains heavily. Winds are also blowing with a high velocity, or winds are blowing with a great speed there, and it rains heavily during the cyclone. Rainfall is also the heavy rainfall there. The area affected by the cyclone is limited. Whatever the area is there affected to the cyclone, that area is limited, not into the vast area. Limited area is affected to the cyclone there. The duration, velocity, and the direction and the place of origin of these winds is unpredictable. We cannot be tell surely how much the velocity is there, how much speed is there, how much area will be affected. That it is not predictable. We cannot sure about it. The area, speed, and direction, velocity, everything is unpredictable. Everything we cannot tell surely. In this situation is there. So the image of a cyclone obtained by the satellite figure 5.8, it shows that. Next, there on the weather map, the center of the cyclone is represented by the letter L. But the weather map is there. There on the weather map, cyclones area is represented by the letter L is used, or they refer for the cyclone. A cyclone system moves from one place to another place, and the important thing that cyclone system is there, that cyclone system is moving from one place to another place continuously. It is not stable. So today we will stop here. When it will come tomorrow, then tomorrow we will come with the next one point, cyclonic storm. So till that time, we study this one. Thank you very much. Bye.